Okay, so you guys can hear me while I'm grabbing my drinks. I didn't really know what I wanted to record about today. We're in the room, I got my protein drinks, but we're gonna go outside. It's raining, it's pretty, and I want to appreciate this good weather. Have no plan as to what I'm gonna talk about today. How you guys doing? Having a good day? I hope so. I worked on my computer most of the day. That was kind of not the funnest thing ever. Because I'm preparing, if you're watching this, I'm preparing for my first video drop, my first long form video drop on Thursday. And it's currently Monday. Yeah, and I'm preparing. I have the video uploaded and it's privated right now, and it's going to be unprivated 7 p.m. I got the Japanese Marlboros, and I also have the J's. So I don't know if I'm gonna smoke these. Honestly, I rolled them, and in all honesty, I was feeling some anxiety, waiting, preparing for this week's first drop, because I've spent a long time preparing for this moment, for my first drop. Oh man, I'm still getting rained on. There we go, that's not bad. My ears are cold though. Yeah, I spent a decent bit of time preparing for this moment, and I've been feeling some anxiety for the past couple days, worried. Because in all honesty, I don't really like my first video that much. Compared to some of my later videos in Japan, they are so much better. They're so much funnier to me. And I think my funny videos, the ones where I'm not like bumming, asking for money, I think they're better. I think they're just funnier. They're more entertaining, better pieces of content. So I have some anxiety, you know? It's the fear of judgment. It's the fear of people seeing me work for months on these videos, and then for the first video of me to post to be my least favorite one. It's just a shitty feeling. But I know in time I will have the videos that I am proud of. Like, and I am still proud of this first video. I still think it's entertaining. It's 11 minutes, traveling from, like, the story of it is I basically quit college, right? I was playing football, did not like that, and decided I was gonna leave. And then I unenrolled out of my classes after a few weeks of quitting football. So I was still enrolled in my classes, but I wasn't showing up for a few weeks, and everything was fine and dandy. But then I was not told that when I dropped my classes that I would get a 48 hours notice to get out of my apartment. I was not told that by the coaches when I left. I don't know if they knew that or not. I don't think that they're trying to fuck me over or anything, but that's just kind of what happened. And so when I dropped my classes, I got told I had 48 hours to leave. And that was kind of scary, because my relationship with my mom was not at the greatest place at that current moment. She really wanted me to continue to play football. She wanted me to hold out and stay there for the whole semester, or at least for till the second semester, and then it was till the end of the first semester, and she's like, just don't quit, don't leave. But I was miserable. I hated it, I was miserable. Now, I don't say this all to be down in the dumps, but anyway, I was feeling kind of crappy today because I have been working on this stuff so hard, and I feel really good about the later videos, but the first one I'm gonna post, I really don't love it. And so I rolled these J's and I was gonna smoke them. I was like, you know, this is a nice ambient day, feeling a little bit of anxiety. I was gonna go to the gym later. I was like, I'm gonna smoke a J. But then the other part of me, the disciplined part of me says, well, if I'm gonna do that, I need to shoot a podcast. I need to get something productive out of it. That's what I told myself. And so here I am. Now I'm like embarrassed. Like, do I smoke the J? You know, because I feel like when I smoke, it's me running from my emotions. It's me running from my anxiety. It's me running from my fear. But yet my logic and my brain says, like, what do I have to be afraid of? You know, like, people's opinions, they mean nothing. They can't affect me unless I let them affect me. And am I proud of what I've done? Yes, I'm very proud. I knew that college was not the right place for me to be, and this is what I wanted to do. And this took a lot of courage. It took a lot of, stepping into the unknown, and I'm proud of myself. I'm proud, and I don't think it's a bad thing to say you're proud of yourself. I think it's, it can be bad to follow the ego, but to say, yeah, I'm proud. I'm proud that I've done something hard and scary. And I felt like, if I recorded, I wanted to see what happened. It's like, will I smoke these J's? I don't know. I feel kind of embarrassed now, guys. You're putting the spot on me. Fuck. I don't want to smoke the J's. I had a streak of 25 days no weed. I was grinding the backlog. I've made 13 videos of long form that out of them all, I think 10 of them I really like. 3 of them I think are okay. And 2 of those 3 are the first 2. And then another one is like one Osaka video that I just didn't love. But 10 videos, I feel super great. And I was able to go no weed because I was like, I have a mission. I know I'm gonna grind these videos. And now I'm not editing the long form. It's not as fun. It doesn't take as much mental clarity. The short form doesn't require as much creativity. It's more logistics. It's more retention. And the thing that sucks about the short form is it feels like the marketing. It feels like being launched into the town square. It's like soliciting yourself to people who don't give a fuck. I don't like the feeling. Because personally, like my ego says, my ego wants to be understood. It wants people to be like, this guy's not weird. He's not an idiot. He's not whatever. He's a logical thinker. He's a deep thinker. He's somebody who actually thinks about what he wants in life. Because that is true and that is who I am. But that's the internal battle I fight. And I think it's really important to try and overcome that and be like, ego, it don't matter. Everybody's got their own battles. You've got your own battles. The person who judges, they got their own battles. It don't matter. Let it go. Let it go. Do what makes you happy. For me, I love making long form videos. I love editing them. They're fun. It is fun. It is fun. It is fun. Shooting the videos is so much fun too. I love that. But yet, I don't like the idea of having to show the world though. I wish I could just get paid money and never have to show the world. I could shoot them and I could edit them. Edit them for me, shoot them for me. But yet, here I am. But at the same time, I do want to show the world these things because it's so important to me to try to bring some laughter and bring some, not just enjoyment for the sake of enjoyment, not pleasure for the sake of pleasure, but laughter, like joy, like real joy, real laughter in a world that like, at the end of the day, like, if you're watching this, you're gonna die someday. Every single person is gonna die. And the fact that you're spending time of your life with me on something I created, and if I can bring in some positive emotion or leave you with something that makes your day better, then leave your day better than when you walked in, like that's so awesome. That is so cool. Even if it's just one person, that's it, Doing it for me is just enough. At the end of the day, like if I could get paid money and never show you guys these videos and just go shoot them and edit them, I would do that. But I can't do that, and so I have to show them. But at the same time, like I love the idea that I can do that. I just don't love the idea of like judgment, but that's the ego, Like I am a pussy in that aspect, I guess you could say, because I don't like I am insecure. I am an insecure person, and it takes a lot of fighting the ego every day to do what I'm doing. Like I post these videos, I do the short form, but I don't do it because I'm like absolutely like in love with people looking at me. I just like being creative. I like being who I am. It's funny because you would think like being a creator, you want all the attention, and like part of me wants attention, but the other part of me is just like, guys, don't look at me. Just let me do my own thing. Let me do my own thing. Everybody who's known me, just let me do my own thing. I've always been the football guy. And I'm like, that's not me though. That's not me. And people will see me, and even in Cincinnati, where I'm from, they'll be like, how's football going? How's college football going? I'm like, that's not me no more. That's not me. And it hurts, but that's work I gotta do. I gotta be better. Here's I guess it's a little therapy session, guys. I don't know if you wanted a little therapy session on a rainy Monday, but here it is, the therapy session. And I told myself I was only going to post a podcast like once every 2 weeks, but I think I'm going to post more than that, because at the end of the day, like, if you fuck with me, you fuck with me. And it don't have to be an on-target hit. It doesn't have to be a podcast about traveling necessarily. It doesn't have to be a philosophy podcast. It can just be a hanging out. And today, you got a little bit more of the therapy session. You got a little bit more of the raw side. My first podcast, you got a little bit more of that too. I was trying to give the breakdown of who I am. Here you're getting a little bit more of the raw rant. But yeah. It's been 10 minutes and I haven't smoked this J. Guess that's good. I am gonna crack one of these drinks though. These things have honestly, bro, usually they're bomb, but the batch I got lately, they've kind of tasted like shit. Left a bad aftertaste in my mouth. It's not cool. But for those of you who don't know, I am not sponsored, but it's a sparkling protein drink. It's like a soda. It's like a fruit punch soda, but it's got 30 grams of protein. Now, realistically, how much protein are you probably getting out of it? I would say 20 because there's hella like whey at the bottom of this thing, and I don't feel like shaking it up because the few times I've done that, it's like blown up on me. So I would count it as like 20 grams of protein for like $2, but it's still not bad. It doesn't taste too bad, and yeah, that's a better one. I got a better one today. Not bad. You know what? I got it. I got the idea. What I'll talk about. I'm gonna let you guys in on Elliot, my boy Elliot. For those of you who don't know, I'm gonna play a clip.
I gotta smoke to really rhyme, but I'll be all right. I gotta smoke to really rhyme, but still I'm gonna get overloaded from the stimuli. It gets inside. Let me break it down. Let me try to simplify. The pain gets so intense that it's intensify.
Yes, Elliot. So what is the context of me knowing Elliot in the video? Well, in the video, I just say it's Arjo's friend. Truth is, it's kind of true. It's a little more complex. While I was in college, I was miserable and I hated it. And well, like, I know that's only like the 1,000th time you guys heard me say that, but I was miserable in college. So every day, while I'd walk to classes or anytime, I was watching philosophy classes that were like, or philosophy videos on YouTube that were just like talking about what to do with your life, yada, 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 all the shit. Anyway, there's this YouTuber I liked. I went into his community for, it cost me like 20 bucks a month. Got into his Discord community and I was joining his Discord calls and I got to meet a lot of really cool people who were deeply intellectual, thinking about life deeply, philosophy, purpose, all these things. It was a great place for me to be in the super rough time that I was in college. And a lot of those guys helped me make the decision to finally leave college. So I'm so grateful. I owe them a lot. But Elliot and Arjo, who are both in the video, they're both guys that were in the men's group. And so we had already set up a date for us to all hang out on that Saturday that we met up. And so that was already planned in advance. I was gonna drive over there. I was just gonna leave my college and go to Detroit and then come back the next day. I was gonna probably crash with Arjo. But the timing ended up working out perfectly that when I dropped my classes and then got told I had 48 hours to get out of my apartment, they were like it ended up perfectly being the day of Saturday. And so the Saturday that I was supposed to meet up with them. So I talked to them, I was like, yo, I actually just got kicked out of my fucking apartment. Can I crash with one of you guys? And, well, I think I actually wasn't gonna crash with them originally. And then I had asked them if I could crash with one of them because I just got kicked out of my apartment. And so Arjo was like, yeah, you can crash with me. So anyway, that day I go meet up with them. And so then Elliot pulls up. Arjo, really cool dude. Elliot pulls up later. He was from the men's group too. He was pretty chill when I met him a few times on the call. In person, he had a little bit more energy. I feel like that's the right word to describe. He had a little bit more of that energy, that like energy, you know? So it's like in the video, in the editing, I was like, I don't know how to articulate this in a way that doesn't slow the story down and isn't weird. So I hope you guys don't feel like I lied to you. I just was like, from a pacing standpoint, I wanted to edit the video really fast and make it like quick and boom, 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 boom. And I was like, I don't think Elliot matters a whole lot like story-wise, but the scene of him rapping I thought was hilarious. So I was like, how do I leave this in here, but make it still fast and not like explain this whole backstory that I don't feel like serves the purpose of the me traveling back to Cincy. Like, sure, it's true, but it was just too much information to try to throw in there. In my first draft of the video, I tried it, and it just felt like it weighed the story down too much. It was too much information thrown at the viewer. And I was like, you know, if somebody really cares, they can come to my podcast and learn about it. So here you are. Congrats to you. You are getting the context behind Elliot. But Elliot was an interesting person. We had a lot of interesting conversations. He was somebody who was kind of a little bit more angry at the world than most people. And so I was trying to be in a very good place. Like, leaving college, I was actually in a very spiritual, healthy place, I would say. And so the conversations I was having with him, I was able to kind of push back on him in some ways and try to refine him as a person and make him, you know, see the world a little less angry, like see that his pride and his ego is kind of like dictating his perspective, because he's big into rap and he was just shitting on all the newest rappers and he was just like crapping on all the newest rappers. And I'm like, yo, I get it, you know, it's not your style, but it's like, that doesn't mean it's not art. Art is subjective, you know? Like, why are you crapping on theirs? Like, crapping on theirs doesn't make yours better, you know what I mean? You should just love yours, you know? Like J. Cole says, ain't no life. I try to quote J. You know, love yours, bro. Love yours. Anyway, but then that's when the infamous rap scene happened. That was fucking hilarious. I ended up leaving out some scenes of Arjo and me rapping because it felt like a little long. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little embarrassed. So if you're here, I guess I'll show you a little clip of it. Fuck.
I like her thoughts, I like her feet, I suck in all the fucking tongue. Bitch, I got hella bitches, I got hella fucking hoes, yeah.
You don't have to rhyme, just do whatever.
I'm in Detroit with these dudes. Dude, I don't know what to fucking do.
What do you do?
Oh, where are we going? Getting pizza. Licking it, hopefully not our pizza.
Hey.
I don't know what to fucking rhyme, but it's back to Elliot.
Back to Elliot, you can't tell me shit.
Yeah, pretty hard to watch. But Arjo, he mentioned the feet first, so it kind of got stuck in my brain, and this is just I'm a poor white boy who can't rap, who got no bars, so kind of fucked myself over with that one if you ask me. But that's why I couldn't leave that in the video. I couldn't leave it in the video. I thought it slowed the pacing down, it made the rap scene a little too long, and it hurt my soul. I'm not gonna lie, it hurt my soul. So congrats to you, you get to see that. Boom, there you go. Clip it, steal it, go shit on me. There you go. There you go, internet. You get to have that fucking video. Yes, that is who Elliot is, and yeah, pretty nice guy. I think that I'm not here to shit on him. I think he has his things as a person to work on, but he also has some cool aspects to him. And I'm not gonna lie, he was throwing some bars down. Like it was kind of funny, but it was very funny. In fact, it was very funny. But he can rap, he can spit. I ain't gonna lie, he can spit. Does he spit in a way that makes him look like a badass? Maybe not. Maybe it's more like, damn, what that crackhead doing? But he can rap. So I'll give him that. You know, he can't marry a whore because he wants to manifest his lyrical form. I think that's what he said, something like that. Play the bar, play it.
I don't wanna find a bitch cause I won't marry a whore. Cause I wanna manifest my lyrical form.
But I don't know. It's so there's Elliot, guys. There's Elliot. For those that made it here, like, boom, you get the lore. You just got the fucking lore on Elliot. Congrats. Pat yourself on the back. You earned that shit. Now you get to make fun of me. You get that clip of me rapping and you get to make fun of me. Like, pat yourself on the back twice. You know what I mean? All right. I'm not going to smoke these. But I'm about to smoke a fucking Japanese cigarette. Japanese cigarette. I've smoked like 2 of these since I've been back from Japan. I have a whopping 7 of them left. The Japanese Marlboro, I'm pretty sure these are illegal in the US now, guys. Can't smoke these anymore. You can't smoke them anymore. Because they got like filters in them. They're fucking fruit punch filters or tropical splash filters. We got our fucking fruit punch drink with our tropical splash cigarettes. About to make a thumbnail, guys. Posing for the thumbnail. Trying to make a thumbnail out of this shit. So for you guys who don't know, I actually shit my pants trying to import these from Japan because I went through TSA and I was not supposed to have tobacco, and they asked me at the desk, like, do you have any tobacco products? And I was like, no. And then they fucking hounded my ass, but they ended up not finding them when it scanned through, or they didn't give a fuck or whatever, even though you weren't supposed to have them. And I got them through, but I did shit my pants. So did have to go through TSA with some shit in my pants. That was not fun. Am I being serious? I don't know. That's for you to determine. Okay, I'm trying to get this fucking lighter out. I'm not trying to fucking... All right, I also bought this lighter in Japan. It's pretty cool. Check this out. It's like a fucking torch. So this is how you do it. You gotta fucking crush the filter. You go like this. Crush that. Oh, I should have put it up to the mic. I'm fucking dumb. You didn't hear it. But anyway, crush the filter. And then you fucking torch that hoe. Japanese cigarette. I didn't even light it very well. Oh my God, cigarettes are so awesome. I just got one hit. I fucking love cigarettes. It just takes me back to Japan. Every time, it takes me back to the club in Japan. It's like smoking a memory. This is like smoking a memory of Japan. Literally the most fun, my most fun life, like the most fun night of my life. Was the night that which you haven't seen if you're watching this right now, but I can tease a little clip. I go into the club. I'm like already drunk, slightly drunk. I smoke some cigarettes with these guys in the street. They bring me to a club. I go in the club, slightly intoxicated, have some ciggies in the club, meet some Japanese girls, dance with Japanese girls, hung out with them all night. It was one of the most fun nights ever. You know, the drinks and ciggies in Japan just hit fucking different. Japan was awesome for a tourist, for a foreigner. Now, I'm not going to glorify Japan saying they don't have any issues. They definitely have issues. Don't search up a Japanese zoo on TikTok. That shit is pretty sad. Or like the right there. Or let me say it, the unalive rate there. I had to bleep myself. They do have their fair share of issues. I would definitely be one of those statistics if I was there. I think if I lived there and I grew up there. But being a tourist, pretty cool. And why is that? Because I don't like to fit in. I don't. Fuck you for telling me what I can and can't do, or can and can't say. Fuck that. No. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Ooh. Fucking ash this hoe. Are you happy, guys? I'm here. I ain't smoking the weed. I think this is better. It's just a little nicotine. Fuck it. If I'm gonna get lung cancer, I don't think this one cigarette's gonna make the difference. But the weed, it's like it makes me feel fat and retarded, you know? Weed makes me feel fat and retarded, so that's why it's a battle. That's why I'm like, don't smoke the weed. Don't become a fat retard. Don't be a fat retard. Where the fuck was I going with this podcast? I have no clue. I'm not gonna lie. I did say at the beginning I don't have a plan. So if you're here, like, you're pretty dope, I guess. I'm smoking a fag. You're watching a retard smoke a fag. Here, this is a travel YouTube channel. So my podcast of my travel YouTube channel. So I guess I'll give you some more travel stories. Here's just a little piece of advice. If you've never been out of the country, you should fucking do it, bro. Like, I know this is random. I know that, like, this is probably pretty generic advice. That shit felt like I was literally in a different universe. Like, you think, like, obviously, oh, it's gonna be different. But, like, at least, I don't know, maybe just Japan is like that. I don't know how it is going to, like, a Spanish country with all the Latinas. But fucking Japan, I felt like I was in another universe. Like, that shit's insane. I'm really excited to try and go to China I don't know if I will 100% go, but that is one of my goals, goal countries to go to in the next year or so. Go to China. But it's like Japan felt like another universe, you know, but there's still like foreigners there. But I can't imagine going to China. Where was my point with this? My point was, I think it's really cool. It puts a lot of perspective in your mind. While I was traveling abroad, I really didn't give a fuck what people in the US thought of me. I didn't really care. It felt like a rebirth of sorts because I realized, man, the world's really big and it don't matter too much. People's opinions don't matter, bro. Your mom, your dad, your family, they don't matter. You can love them, but it don't matter. Do what you want, bro. Do what makes you happy. That's what I realized. Do what makes you happy. Do what makes you fucking happy. Because it's like, if not that, then what else? You know, and you can have fear about money. You can say this, you can say that. But at the end of the day, like, you watched me bum my fucking first video. You don't need much money to do some funny side quests. You know, you might look like a fucking broke retard like I did. But hey, at least you had some experiences. That's like, that's more than a lot of other people. A lot of other people just never do anything. And they're the person who pokes and points and says, hey, you suck. Be the person that says, I'm gonna go on the side quest. I'm gonna go do some fun shit. And don't let excuses about money get in your way. At least that's just my opinion. And if you have money, bro, definitely do that, bro. I've been talking to this girl. I'm not trying to air out her laundry, but she has a little bit of bread in the bank. And I'm like, she's telling me about her dream and how she wants to do it. And I'm like, so why don't you do it? And then there's just the list of reasons that are just, it's fear. It makes me sad because it's like, you could do it. You can do it. But at the end of the day, it's your life. Fuck it. Do what you want to do, but you can do it. You know, if that's your dream, like, why not do your dream? You only have one life. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. Do the thing that you're going to wake up in the morning and say, damn, I'm hyped. Even if the dollar sign in my bank account is less than $100, if I wake up and I'm like, I'm hyped. This shit's sick. I'm ready to go to work. That's all that matters, bro. That's all that matters. Because if not this, then what, bro? If not that, what else are you going to do? You're going to fucking stock the shelves at fucking Walgreens? You know what I mean? You're going to fucking steal a little liquor from Walgreens on your break? And like, that's what you're going to do? You're going to fucking work at Mickey D's, you know what I mean? Like, what you gonna do? You're gonna work a little office job and let your fucking daddy boss, who fucking goes to Thailand with his fucking 3 weeks a year and gets his ding dong sucked off, you're gonna let him tell you what to do? Or you're just gonna do what you wanna fucking do? Like, do what you wanna do, guys. Don't let nobody tell you what to do, because they don't gotta figure it out, bro. They might be in a position above you, but they ain't gotta figure it out. You don't gotta figure it out, and they definitely don't gotta figure it out. I don't gotta figure it out. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe don't take my advice. I definitely don't gotta figure it out. But life's short, guys. Life's short. Do what you want. Be dope. Yeah, that's what I just got. I don't know. That's what I got, bro. This is a short pod. If I end it here, that's a short fucking pod. Do I just keep ripping? Do I keep going? Because I really don't know what to talk about. Do I keep going, or do I just like fucking end it there? I did fucking end the Ciggy. Because if I do keep going, I'm going to fucking smoke a J. I'm going to smoke a J. I don't want to smoke another Ciggy. I'm going to smoke a J if I keep going. So, I don't know. Will my mom beat my ass for fucking putting a Ciggy on the ground in our backyard? I hope not. Don't beat my ass, Mom. Don't beat my ass. But these podcasts are short. I guess they're not even podcasts for real. Or they are podcasts. I don't know. This is a cool aesthetic, though. I'm not going to lie. This is a pretty cool aesthetic. You gotta admit, that's pretty cool. That's pretty radical. Radical. I want to smoke the J. But gotta lock in. I don't want to be a fat retard, guys. So, that being said, I'm not going to be a fat retard today. I'm not going to smoke the weed. And if I do smoke the weed in the future, I better have a damn good reason, guys. I better have a damn good reason. So today we will not be fat retards, we will just be retards. Okay, plane, you can fucking go by. I'm trying to do my outro. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but get fucking lost. Kick rocks. Iran, why don't you give us a fucking shooting over here? Fucking disrupting my podcast and shit. Who do they think they are? Anyway. If you made this far, I appreciate you. I hope you have a great, wonderful day. I hope that you took at least a little bit of something from this. And hopefully it's not retardism. Hopefully you gained some brain cells, not lost them. But if you did lose them, maybe you enjoyed it. If you did, fuck it. I enjoy drinking alcohol and I lose brain cells, so if I can be your alcohol, I'll be proud. But cheers. Oh, yeah, I don't know when I'm posting this, so next video drops at some point. Long form travel vid every other Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Don't let my first 2 videos dissuade you. The next ones are bangers. The 3 following my first 2 are some of my favorites. They're all like bangers, absolute bangers. So just, I guess, stay tuned. Or don't. I guess. But, all right, bye.